thank you so very much for coming out and taking part of this. And before we go, I want to bring up our president, a very emotional presenter of what it means to be black publishers. Don't leave yet. And he promised not to give a sermon tonight. He's just going to keep us where we need to be. So if we can, put your hands together and let's welcome Dr. Benjamin Franklin Chavis Jr., President of the National Newspaper Publishers Association.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Happy Juneteenth. First, we thank God for this gathering. We thank our local host publishers, Dr. Draper, Paris, Joy, and we thank all the publishers here. Since everybody's standing, I normally say I would like all of our publishers to stand. But I'm going to ask all of our publishers from the NNPA, raise your hand. From the West Coast, from the East Coast, from the Southwest, from the Northeast, from the, up North, and down South. Thank you so much.
In the country of Texas.
This is a great location to have a reception. It's a great hotel to have a convention. It costs money. Now, I'm not going to take a collection, but what I want to do with my 2 minutes, I want to recognize our corporate partners, our corporate sponsors, and our supporters that make this night possible. First and foremost, there's one of our sponsors that's been with the National Newspaper Publishers Association for over 50 years as a sponsor, General Motors. General Motors. So we're blessed to have Sheena Reed with us. Sheena, raise your hand. She's the Global Director of Media for General Motors. And we have Simone Simmons here. Where's Simone? Raise your hand. Glad to have you. Not Simone, Nicole Simmons. Nicole, raise your hand. Thank you. Always glad to have you for your leadership. Now, all my DTU students, I think all of them are not here, but there's some. Discover the Unexpected Scholars. Are you here? Are you here? I saw one of you. Don't be bashful. But let me just say, each year for the last 8 years, General Motors has sponsored 10 HBCU students in journalism and communication to work with our publishers in Houston, in Dallas, in Atlanta, in Washington, and in Philadelphia. Each of these scholars receives an $8,000 stipend. Come on up. This is one of our students. Tell them where you go to school.
Clark Atlanta.
And which newspaper have you been assigned to work with?
The Dallas Examiner.
The Dallas Examiner. Give me a name.
Amaya Fountain.
All right, Sister Fountain, thank you. Thank you for coming up. Each of these students are going to get $8,000 this summer as a stipend. In fact, they've already received $8,000.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the summer, they're going to get a $10,000 scholarship. So each 10 is $18,000. So that we can fund the next generation of black journalists, the next generation of black publishers. So let us thank General Motors again. Another long-standing sponsor is Reynolds. Reynolds Corporation. Sheila, stand up, Sheila. Representing the Reynolds Corporation. Thank you. Let's give Reynolds a hand. The Google News Initiative. I don't know if you had a chance to see the exhibit inside. We have the front pages of 250 African-American owned newspapers on display on the second floor of this hotel. It's a marvelous, extraordinary exhibition of the Black press. Let's give Google News Initiative a hand for that support. Our next major corporate partner, and I don't want to, I think it's important for me to say this. You don't be a corporate partner unless you start at $250,000 annually. So that's why I'm recognizing them first. Our next corporate partner is Pfizer. Pfizer has done a great job. Some of you know there's a particular heart disease that affects African Americans, ATTR-CM. You may have heard about it announced on television. Pfizer is working on, in fact, they have developed a medication that helps extend the life of brothers and sisters that have this disease. Pfizer with the NNPA did the first national study on sickle cell. Let me say that again. The first national study ever done on sickle cell was done by Pfizer and the NNPA. Give Pfizer a hand. Now, you heard from Nissan. I'm just going to read off the other sponsors. Let's give a hand to Wells Fargo. Now, I'm pleased to say that the Biden-Harris campaign is a sponsor of our convention. The Biden-Harris campaign. I don't see Trump here.
He ain't supposed to be there.
The next sponsor is AARP. Most of us, not all of us, but some of us are card-carrying members of AARP. Let's give them a hand. Next is the American Petroleum Institute. Let's give them a hand, API. Next is the NNPA Fund. The fund has helped us sponsor this. Let's give our foundation, the NNPA Fund, a hand. The Bynum Family Foundation. Where's Ron Bird? Some of you know that we're putting out valuable health-related information on our news service. Let's give the Bynum family a thanks. And then Comcast Universal. Let's give them a hand. Comcast Universal is one of the largest advertisers, both print and digital, for the NNPA. Diageo. I think y'all may be drinking some Diageo spirits. Let's give them a hand. Next is Walmart. Let's give them a hand. Walmart. And you've already heard from the American Association for Cancer Research. Let's give them another hand. Look, I'm going to close out my 2 minutes for saying this, Mr. Chair. It is a blessing. All right. Before closing out, I would like for all the staff of the NNPA to raise their hands. All the staff. Where's the staff? A lot of work went into putting this convention together. We thank the staff. Chairman Bobby Henry.
Yes, sir.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm glad we got Bobby Henry as the chair of the NNPA. He's a gifted, talented chairman, a distinguished publisher of the West Side Gazette in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Let's give him another hand. Now, I have 9 children. Excuse me. I'm taking the scripture literally. It says, go ye and multiply. So 2 of my children are here. Anna, my daughter Anna is here. She grades diamonds, believe it or not. It's okay to grade them, don't buy them. And then my son Reggie is here, who is a photographer. Reggie. There you go. The reason why I mentioned family and staff and publishers and officers of the NNPA is we're all one family.